Hello, it's Alessandra. Welcome back and thank you for dropping by. I'm very grateful for each one of you. I am very interested today to see what the cards will bring out because I'm feeling an energy of shift. I went for a walk and there's an energy of as if we're in the middle of nowhere land, but there is a definite destination. So I'm feeling an energy around me, not of stuckness as I used to in these last 2 years. There's been many energies going around, but a feeling of some sort of moment of reflection, moment of transition, but it feels as if we're moving in a different direction now. Whether that's my belief or whether it's really something that everyone else is feeling may not seem so. There are a lot of things that are happening, but I do feel that this energy is sort of in the middle, like there is a moment, a tipping point, a moment in time where we're still. And this energy of the that I'm feeling around me is that stillness that happens before then there is a turnaround of a U-turn in some direction. Now, of course, for my belief, I believe we're going in a better direction. So let's see what happens when I pick the cards with my Osho Zen cards. Now, it's a number 2 day, and it's obviously a day where we need to go and have a look at our own lives. If we are creating healthy boundaries, and are we looking after ourselves, and then obviously looking after everybody else. So self-love, unconditional love, compassion, and possibly also that transition forward also requires that you have a closer look at your own life, because we definitely have to have a closer look as a global community what we're doing and what we've done, so that we don't fall back into this sort of situation. So let's see what the cards bring to me. I'm just going to pick the first one. Oh, change. Okay, so definitely there is movement. Now this card is very interesting because it has a very strong meaning to it. There's the number 5 is definitely there's movement, but there also needs to be our willingness to allow it to happen. For some reason we're holding on to old belief systems, but also ways of life, and we seem to be stuck in not seeing what's before us. But we need to sit in the middle because there's a storm going on right now, storm of a lot of conscious minds. So all of the people on the planet are putting out their own energy field, their own vibration. And this storm is a creation of all of that, because if we understand the frequency that we send out is what we see then come back. This is saying there is a time right now that as many as we can need to stand in the middle and allow this change to happen. Now, this change will definitely take place. How it happens is not necessarily up to us to decide, but the speed and the what comes on the other side is definitely in our control if we keep our vibrations going. So it's a very good card to start off this reading. Now, I'm going to pick another card because I don't feel that this is necessarily the only one today. So let's see, I might pick another 2 to see, this is the current moment, which is more or less referring back to me what I'm feeling, because I'm in the middle, in where there's that sort of transition period, but it's also feeling like I'm in a storm, but I'm in the middle, and so in that middle, nothing is really happening, but on the outside, on the outskirts of that, there's a lot going on, and that is the reality of what we're living. So I'm going to pick another card. Okay, let me see. Traveling. Okay, they seem to be telling us a big story today. Just putting those there. So 2 of cards, both indicating change. This one is more specifically travel, but what does it mean? Look at it. It's got a beautiful sun or moon at the top, and it seems as if there's a path showing up for us. But are there 2? Yes, there are. Right down here, I have 2. So there seem to be 2 timelines, if you want, 2 paths that are coming together, and then we're all walking on the same path. Now, it's a beautiful card because it's a physical movement, but it's also a spiritual movement. So this means that we are evolving as we walk this path. There will be a ha-ha moment for a lot of us. Maybe that's already happened, but not. I trust that there's more to it. So what is going to happen? Well, we're walking on this path in different directions at the moment, or different paths. Then all of a sudden we come together in one path, on one timeline. It's a very good promising, because this is change. Right now, ups and downs. I'm in the middle because I'm feeling that space of something is happening and it will shift. And so here it is. We have two timelines connecting together and becoming one. So obviously something is pushing us in that direction. We need to go with it, but not by pushing on the outskirts of the storm, but by staying in the middle. So it's for all of us to find ourselves in the middle. And then this path is of evolution, of spiritual connection, of moving forward as a better community. And also there's a new path. So we may not be able to see it right now, but it's there and it's happening. And that really feels really, really good. Now, I'm choosing another card today. I feel that there is more that I need to know. Just put them there for a moment. Shuffling the cards just for a bit. Oops, and I've just dropped them. So you're going to have to bear with me while I pick them up. No, maybe not. Okay, so receptivity, very, very good. This means that what is on the other side is being able to open up our arms and receive, not necessarily what we think we need to receive. Some of us are feeling lack. Some of us are feeling a lot of chaos. Well, this is saying, open your arms, trust. The lotus always resembles enlightenment, always resembles things that come through your evolution, through your growth in yourself. So this is just saying there is much to be received. There is so much coming to you. You need to open up your arms and let it in. So when you let it in, what happens is that there are aspects to it that are magical. There are things that you may have not even got the imagination for, because it's not in your perception of life. It's like you've got a limit. So we all sort of have a limit based on the perceptions of what we have known and what we think is possible. There's a limit. We've put a cap on it. This card is saying no caps. Just let go of everything. Let go of all of the things that you think you know, and let things come in a way that will be like, oh my gosh, what just happened? And there's a moment where we are transitioning and all of a sudden we come into a new field. It's like there's a field of magic, and you enter it, and there all of a sudden things start to happen. That's when you enter the quantum field of possibilities that are unknown to us right now, but there are possibilities, and we're all going towards that, whether we are aware of it right now or not. We're all traveling in that direction. Some of us are more aware and others are less. Very beautiful card to have. This is an amazing card that is giving us that, not just the hope, because behind it there's the ocean. We are part of this whole matrix of amazing magic, this field of infinite possibilities. It's just going to show up without us realizing how, when we trust that the unknown is not an unfriendly place, but actually when there is a threshold that we need to go past, but past that threshold, whatever we believed will have to be left behind, because what we find on the other side of this threshold is so much greater, so much better, that we were not able to even imagine it because it's not in our consciousness. Okay, and it really looks good. Now I can't show you the other cards because they've fallen on the ground in front of me, so I'm not going to pick them up. But this card here, I'm going to leave it as the last card, as the omen of trust and hope and faith, because we are heading towards this. We just need to let this transition threshold, be willing to take the step beyond the threshold. Be willing to understand that if you're staying on the outskirts of the storm, you have to come within and stay with us all, because I am feeling this energy of like stillness, because it's like the storm is happening, but I'm in the middle, and in the middle it's like anything is possible. So I think this is a beautiful way to end this reading today, to understand that anything and everything, even what we don't know, is possible. And why look at it as a an unfriendly universe, but a very, very magical universe, because that's what I believe. And I do hope that if you start opening up to that sort of possibility, that you can look at it and understand you are sending out energy. Stay in the middle of the storm for the moment as much as you can, because this card here is telling us we will be amazed and dazzled. Thank you for today. I'm very grateful for you all dropping by, and I'll see you next time.